The Tipping Point with Mike Tipton is brought to you by Dubby. What is Dubby? Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like those other energy drinks have. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. Dubby contains vitamins, amino acids, a nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. Dubby's products are made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. All of the flavors are unique and custom-made by Dubby, and you'll never taste our taste anywhere else. The best part about it is they're affordable. Dubby's drinks come out to about $1 per drink, much cheaper than Starbucks or any of those canned energy drinks. To learn more, visit w.gg.com/discount/MRTipton33 and place your order today. Use promo code MrTipton33 and save today. Dubby Energy, be better. What's going on, everybody? I want to tell you about my new friends over at Cleverman. Visit them online at becleverman.com. What they gave me was the energizing face and beard scrub along with the Cleverman face scrubber. And trust me when I say this, the energizing face and beard scrub smells amazing. Combining it with the face scrubber, making sure that your boy was looking as good and sexy as possible, opened up a whole different sensation in my face that I haven't ever felt before. I felt so clean, so fresh, and so clean, like Outcast said, and it helped me feel like I was ready for my day. Make sure you visit them online at becleverman.com and follow them on Instagram at clevermannyc. The link is up in my bio if you want to check out all the amazing products they have. Visit them online, becleverman.com. What's going on, everybody? It is a TIP VIP Friday. Mike Tipton hanging out with Augustine Pimentel with you today. Tommy already tuning in saying, what's good, Tip? What's good, Tommy? Hope you're having yourself a great day, sir. While we were getting ready for the show, Augustine decided he wanted to come off the top rope at me and be like, Wembanyama is not a cheat code because the Spurs lost game one of the Western Conference semifinal. Is that what it is? Yeah. So
to a depleted Minnesota Timberwolves that have their superstars injured.
Again, like I get it. Yes, Anthony Edwards is injured. If you're calling Dante DiVincenzo a superstar, you are on some drugs and you need to share that shit because he is most definitely not a superstar.
No, I was specifically talking about Edwards.
This guy says, what a beautiful gay couple. I'm glad that you support, and I'm glad that you are jealous of our love that we have for one another. Thank you so much, guy. I love the insecurity of people in the comments they have to put up right here. But
that's fine. I mean, we can deal with their insecurities.
I love their insecurities. It's great. He also goes on to say Anthony Edwards abandons his kids. I mean, that he does do. No one can argue that. You got 37 baby mamas. Like, there's no way that we can defend that. But yes, Anthony Edwards, maybe not going to win Dad of the Year, but he is the best player on the Minnesota Timberwolves.
But that's very stereotypical anyway.
Oh, Jesus, dude. B. Strill saying, what up, though, Tip and Augustine? What up, Strill? I hope you're having yourself a great day. Your Pistons, they seem to have got the ship right.
I mean, speaking on the Pistons, they're being relevant again is probably a good storyline for the NBA, and they're up 2-0 on the powerful Cleveland Cavaliers.
Powerful Cleveland Cavaliers, this fucking guy. You're shitting on the Spurs and then going on over here talking about how great the Cavaliers are. You are drunk.
No, it's too early.
Okay, so tell me why, after game one, you decided that Victor Wembanyama was not a cheat code. I will give
Because
you the platform here. I will not interrupt.
all I'm gonna say, wait, you not interrupting? Wow, where am I? But anyway, oh wow. So people, hear this out. Hear me out. A cheat code is every single game. It's called consistency. It's called I do it every night. It's called I'm a leader every freaking day. You might have had the best defensive performance in history, but Dennis Rodman did those too. So all I'm going to say is to be labeled a cheat code, you have to do it every day, consistently, and more than anything, you have to come through in those moments, in those games that matter. Back to you. No, not yet. So that's my take on Wembanyama.
Okay.
It's simple.
Okay, I am looking at this right now. So you said it's not impressive because of what other people have done in the past, right? Like Dennis Rodman has done this as well. Dennis Rodman, yes, he did get a career high 15 rebounds in the playoffs, but he also has a career high 5 blocks, which means Wemby damn near tripled the amount of blocks that he had in a single game. Also, was Rodman the dude that we could say, oh yeah, we can get 11 points from Dennis Rodman? Dude, was he a guy that we were like, that offensive output that Dennis Rodman gave us was great? No, you weren't going to get a triple double out of Dennis Rodman.
No, he had always the potential, because if you remember when he was in his younger days, he was a scorer as well. He changed that after a while.
We're going to look this up. The most points that he scored per game was his rookie year, 11.6 points per game in 1987-88. That was the most he ever got per game, which means the Rodman that we all fell in love with, dyed hair, all that stuff, was getting nowhere near that.
Oh,
I'm
no.
going to look up what his stats were point-wise. And again, he didn't have to carry the offense with the Bulls. That was obviously Jordan and Pippen having to do that stuff.
Jordan, Pippen, Kukoc.
Putting Kukoc on there, yeah. He averaged
half a point
with the Bulls. What the most he averaged was 7 points a game, and then the 5.5, 5.7 in 97, 98. So 96, he was averaging 7 points a game.
Oh, wow.
Like, I mean, if Wemby gave you 7 points, you would be shitting on it. You were shitting on it because he gave you 11. I get it. I wasn't happy with it as well. My dude Lawrence Sims tuning in saying, "What up, Mike?" and happy Friday.
No, I'm not shitting on the 11 points or the 257 blocks or whatever. I'm shitting on leadership.
Yeah,
you're gonna come at, oh, but he's 20. At that position he's in, he needs to learn how to be a leader in those kinds of games.
Oh, 100%. Like it's without a doubt, he is the undeniable leader of the San Antonio Spurs. Like there is no one like it. But you can also see he gets that team on the right page, because after we talk about how bad the Spurs did in game one, let's go and talk about game two real quick. What happened there?
Oh, you mean the destruction of Minnesota as a whole?
Yeah. So the Spurs wind up winning that game by 38, and once again,
and that should have been game one as well.
I get where you're coming from, right? But I've told you all this time and time again during this playoffs. I don't think the Spurs are at that mentality just yet, right? We saw that. They should have been blown.
Are they going to get to that point, though?
By taking your losses like this, by getting that fire, that motivation. Wemby already has that, right? Wemby's the dude playing hard in the All-Star game. The rest of the team, though, needs to get up on that level. And the way that you get on that level, think about, once again, the Bulls in the 80s and 90s, right? Jordan was that guy. Jordan was that dude, like, I need to come out here and win. The rest of the team had to take their lumps. They had to, take their medicine, see what it was like to get your ass handed to you, by a team that was much better than you. And then you were ready to learn how to win. We saw it with the Warriors, we saw it with the Spurs, we saw it with the Heat, the Lakers, etc. Right? That is the history of basketball. The only player on the Spurs right now that has that killer mindset is Victor Wembanyama. Whenever your second best player is fouling out of the first two games of this round, that's a mental issue that they cannot have. Whenever you start relying on deep shots where you don't need a deep shot, 7 seconds left in the game and you can't draw up a play, you don't call a timeout, that's bad coaching in my mind. You don't do these things that you're supposed to do to put your team in a position to win. Those are the things that are going to get you over that hump, get you that mentality that a lot of those championship teams out there have. And
so here's a quick question for you, Tip. Do you change coaching at the Spurs at the Spurs organization?
No, I mean,
do you do a, what was the name of the coach, Collins, before the Bulls started winning?
Oh, you go Doug Collins to Phil Jackson.
Doug Collins. I was saying Phil Collins. I said no, that's a drummer.
I mean, Phil Collins will be fun too. I can imagine him being.
I mean, he would have Chicago playing to a great rhythm, but Doug. I mean, do you do a Doug Collins on the Spurs?
No, because again, it's Mitch Johnson's first full year as their head coach, and they have gotten a lot better under him. One of the cool things I thought that happened with the Spurs was following game one, they brought Popovich into the building. Popovich helped them learn how to watch like playoff style film. And you saw the dividends of that in game two, where once again they win by 38, and it wasn't that close. Like they could have easily won that game by 50 plus had they not sat their starters with 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. That's how bad of an ass whooping that game was.
That should have happened in game one as well.
I don't know if you could say that, because there were points where Minnesota was pulling away, and then Minnesota getting the jolt of having Anthony Edwards back for that game. It makes them, that mentality. You got your superstar back. Now we can fight this team back with some sort of something. Game one is always the easiest one to lose at home. It bit the Spurs in the ass because they are a young team that is going to be susceptible to losing that game. I'm going to be interested to see what happens tonight, because if Minnesota got a fire lit under their ass by the way they got dominated the other day, and they come out here and they punch the Spurs in the mouth, how will San Antonio respond? Conversely, if San Antonio comes out here knowing I stepped on your throat the other day and you didn't even put up a fight, and they come out and decide that they want to just beat the dog shit out of Minnesota, how is Minnesota going to respond? So I think a lot happens with today's game.
I don't think Minnesota has a say in it. If the Spurs come out with the mindset, Minnesota doesn't have the firepower at all. They've got okay. It's like it's one of those wars that you don't actually need. It's like having the U.S. against Iran.
I knew you were going there.
But honestly, if the Spurs do, I mean, go 90%, they should beat the Timberwolves again by 30. Let's be honest about this series. The Spurs don't need much to beat the Timberwolves. Everybody's going to say, oh, but the Timberwolves are this good. The Timberwolves are here. Yeah, but they shouldn't be.
Simple we're making it seem as if the Timberwolves didn't make the Western Conference final. Like, this is a good team, dude.
Not again, everybody tells me that, but I see what's on the court, and it isn't translated from last year to this year.
I mean, I can see where your mindset is there of no, maybe not, because it didn't translate as well as maybe people wanted it to.
Yeah, exactly. Tip, it's just like Cowboy fans. Oh. You won the Super Bowl 30 years ago. Doesn't mean you're going to win it this year. You have to prove throughout the season you're going to do it. Just like that. Sorry, that hit home, huh? Didn't it? I saw your face.
No, it's just the typical, again, I've started doing a timer to see how long it takes you to mention the Cowboys. So that's what I was updating right here. The last time you were on the show, it took you 8 minutes. It took you 14, almost 15 minutes this time. So I mean, hey, we're seeing how long it takes. You're the first person to mention the Cowboys on multiple shows. It
Oh
makes
yeah,
me
of
happy.
course. It's like bringing pain to everybody.
Strill saying the Spurs will win the next three. The Wolves are not better than the Spurs. I agree with you. Like, I don't think as a whole they're better than San Antonio, but to be like they're a team again, San Antonio should win this series. But I think saying, a sweep or even a gentleman's sweep against a team that was in the Western Conference final last year, against a team that has an undeniable superstar in Anthony Edwards, like it's hard to be like that team is just going to get swept out of the round, right? And again, you're talking about a very young team. Wembanyama is one of the oldest players on this team, and he's 22 years old, right? Like that, he is the veteran presence on this team. Keldon Johnson is one of the most tenured Spur there, and he's been in the league 7 years. People need to realize he came into the league at 19 years old. He's 26. Right? Like it's not like you got a team of a bunch of old dudes. The oldest guy there, the only one with playoff experience, is Harrison Barnes because of what he did with the Warriors. Kelly Olynyk isn't that guy. Mason Plumlee isn't that guy.
Mason Plumlee is still playing?
Yeah, Mason Plumlee's like the fourth center for the Spurs. It's great. I absolutely love that he's the guy on our team because he just hearing Mason Plumlee's name makes me happy, and I don't understand why. And then like Bismack Biyombo, right? Like you have a lot of these guys, Plumlee, Biyombo, Kelly Olynyk, Harrison Barnes, that have just bounced around year to year, different team. There's not a lot of playoff experience here, and there is a lot of playoff experience on Minnesota. And to me, that means something. So to just discount them as, yes, I will tell you, on paper, they're not as good as San Antonio. But the game isn't played on paper, man. It's played on the damn court. And Minnesota has a superstar in Anthony Edwards who's hungry to try to go out there and win a championship. It's got to, like that means something. We've all seen it time and time again. That means something.
It should, but they didn't prove it this year. They were not that great during the regular season.
Sergeant Sims saying, don't discount the Timberwolves. It's still about matchups in the NBA playoffs. It really is. Gobert doesn't match up at all well against Wembanyama. Nobody really does. But you've seen like Julius Randle, again, a bona fide superstar, is a matchup nightmare for San Antonio. Like if Wemby's not on him, Castle can't guard him. Harrison Barnes can't guard him. Like he's one of those guys in that weird, 6'8", 6'10" body frame that's kind of thicker than most people that San Antonio just doesn't have a matchup for him with because he's faster than your normal center and bigger than your normal, small forward or forward. And then Tommy wanted to remind everybody that you love the D. That's why you bring it up so much.
Well, takes one to know one.
Strilla also saying the Spurs got more talent, more depth, and it has a favorable matchup against the Wolves. I see that, right? The only favorable matchup San Antonio has is Wembanyama versus anybody. San Antonio doesn't have a matchup for Anthony Edwards, a healthy Anthony Edwards, right?
Healthy.
Can't guard him.
Yep. Healthy. Then, you said the key word.
The question is, what do you do if you're San Antonio with Julius Randle? And then Naz Reid, like, let's not forget Naz Reid. This is a good team, man. I don't understand what you guys are talking about.
The thing is, they are. They went to the conference final, but that was last year. They didn't prove it this year. And the thing is, to be able to go back, to be able to prove that, you're a good team, it's not just 1 year. You have to be consistent. And that's in any single sport tip. And this is why Minnesota, if the Spurs don't play with their food again, will lose the next 3 games.
I think it's so hard to say that they will lose the next 3 games just because, again, we're talking about such a young team. And that caveat that you have there, that's a huge if, right? What is going on with my dog? I don't know what the hell's going on with him, man.
You shouldn't have muted that. You should have let people hear the. There you go. But at least that's. Oh, look at that.
I'm gonna have to stroke my wiener during this show to calm him down.
Yeah. Well, that said a lot right there. But anyway, no. And then a team we really have to look at now because they look so scary. Is the Oklahoma City Thunder? I mean, they just look. They look amazing. I mean, the way they're playing, the way Shea is taking him, Shea Gillis Alexander, the way he's playing, the way he does everything, and how smooth he looks doing it, that's just scary.
I mean, there's a reason why he's the MVP, right? Like he is again one of the best basketball players there is out there.
A Canadian.
Oklahoma City has the benefit of they also get a lot of calls, man. Like, but that's what happens with a championship team. When you're a championship team, you get bailed out by the refs. We see it time and time again. It's nothing new in basketball. I'm just surprised that LeBron doesn't get the calls anymore, right? Like that is the superstar of superstars in the NBA right now, and he's not able to get calls because you're giving it to Alex Caruso of all people. That to me is again just a weird one. But I mean, we kind of knew it going forward. The even with the resurgence here of San Antonio, the Thunder are, without a shadow of a doubt, the odds-on favorite to win this championship. They are the best team in basketball right now, and to be the man, you got to beat the man. And the Lakers were just outmanned, outgunned. Not having Luka is huge. I wouldn't even bring him back because the writing's on the wall. Don't risk a bigger injury to him. Take your L's, go home, let LeBron James go out on his shield because this has to be the end of it with him in LA. Maybe he goes somewhere else if he wants to play, but this just wasn't a favorable matchup, and it didn't matter whether it was LA or whether it was Houston. They were going to get that work by OKC. It doesn't matter. The only team in the West that matches up with them is San Antonio. Yes, San Antonio won 4 out of 5 in the regular season, but it's so hard to win 4 whenever you play this team night in, night out. So I want to see how they match up against each other if San Antonio gets there in the next round, because right now, the Lakers are nothing more than a speed bump to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, this isn't even competitive.
Yeah, I mean, just the last game alone at 125 to 105, I think it was the
125 to 107. Back-to-back times that the Lakers lost by 18 points in this game. They're losing by an average of 18 points in the second round of the NBA playoffs. You know how hard it is to lose by 18 points in the NBA?
Gotta be hard, as B. Strilla would say.
Rock hard, as some people would say.
Gotta be rock hard.
Sargent saying the Spurs have one favorable matchup, and that's it. The Spurs shouldn't be able to stop Randall, Ant-Man, Ayo Dosunmu, of course, Naz Reid, Terrence Shannon now off the bench with Bones Hayland as well. The Spurs bench is not as deep. That is the truth. Like the Spurs have Carter Bryant and Dylan Harper coming off their bench. And this is what I was talking to you about earlier before the show started as well. Rosters shrink, right? So we know that the rosters are going to shrink. But they do try to manage Wemby's minutes because of how big he is, how much energy he has to expend on the court. And whenever he's not on the court, there's such a difference in the way that teams attack the rim that it makes Luke Cornett, who is a 7'3" shot blocker, it makes him look like he's just not a good enough, defensive anchor. Where Wembanyama, again, where the cheat code thing comes from, whenever Wembanyama can be in the paint and block a shot on the three-point line, that is not fair. That's not natural. That should never be able to happen. But he does give you that ability. There was a video on social media that was talking about the amount of nope shots that were taken in the first round against Wembanyama, where like a guy would get in the paint and then see Wemby and be like, "Nah, I'm not going to shoot that." Like, it was well over 106. Like that might not show up in the stat sheet, but normally that shot you're going to take because the big not going to get to it. You're not going to take that against Wemby. Whenever he's out of the game, the matchup that the Spurs have is done. That's the only matchup they have in their favor.
Well, there you go. But still, quit making excuses for the Spurs and the lack of leadership and commitment to the game.
Lack of leadership and commitment to the game. I like that. Wembanyama is going to find you, and he's going to put this video on like all his workout stuff. He's going to be in Tibet, with the monks doing all the stuff that he was doing this offseason with your face just throwing darts at you.
I felt like Dolph Lundgren in Rocky IV. But one player I'm really surprised at seeing how he's playing is surprised and not surprised. Austin Reeves is really stepping up.
I mean, he has to, right? Like it's LeBron James and that's it. So you have to be able to take on that load. And again, I didn't watch the whole game yesterday because I was obviously at the baseball game doing my own little thing. But from what I was able to see, a lot of that was also garbage points.
Yeah, like 10 of them were garbage. But at the same time, and I never thought I would say this, Reeves can play.
Like Reeves is a shooter, right? Like my dude can shoot, but also how much of that is you're the third option on the team.
Yep.
Right? Like you're basically Steve Kerr with more range to shoot than what Steve Kerr had at that time.
Hey, Ray Allen was a third option as well during his Miami days.
Yeah, so, I mean, even in Boston, he was the third option because it was KG and Paul Pierce.
Yeah, and this is something which is important to at least he does better with Luka on the floor with him. He does a whole lot better with Luka.
Well, yeah.
No, but the way they play is very complimentary versus LeBron. Because Luka is more of a let me have the ball and I'll create, and LeBron is let me have the ball, I'll create and score. So Luka opens it a little bit more for everybody else.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously he's one of the best players in basketball and one of the more talented players in basketball. So like that's going to always leave some sort of something for Austin Reeves, right? Like it's just, again, like you wanted to see the Lakers do more specifically for LeBron James, right? Like if this isn't the last season for LeBron, I'd be surprised. And you just kind of wanted to see a deep playoff run. For it to seemingly end this way, as bad as it's been against the Oklahoma City Thunder, you just kind of wonder what if Luka had been healthy. But that's also the biggest question with Luka is it doesn't seem like he's healthy very often, or at least as much as you'd want him to be.
Yeah, and that's going to be dangerous, in the future because they're going to depend on Luka and Austin. So this is. Maybe that sale was just the tip.
It's still premature, man.
It's 8:30.
It's 29 right now on the stream.
Your clock is wrong.
It is wrong because we did start a little late. My bad. But I'd rather start late and give you the whole thing than start early and give you just the tip.
I just want to put the tip in.
It's time for
Just the Tip.
That would make me uncomfortable.
Promise that it ain't too much, but just enough. Just a tip. Just a tip.
Just the tip? Just the tip.
It's time for Just the Tip.
Just the Tip is brought to you by our friends over at www.myhappynuts.com. Guys, summer's coming up. You're going to get sticky. Make sure you've got yourself the comfort cream, the comfort powder, all that stuff. Get the Balber Pro. Make sure the bush isn't the biggest. You got it nice and trimmed. You're looking the best you possibly can for those summer nights where you're going out there to the beach in your banana hammock. You don't want all the hair hanging out. You want to make sure you're looking as good as you possibly can. Get that Balber Pro. And, of course, remember the Nuts About You bundle, only at $34.99 right now, guys. Nuts About You. Be nuts about your own nuts and make them as happy as mine. www.myhappynuts.com. Use promo code Mike Tipton at checkout and save on all your male grooming needs. It's so dumb. I love it.
But this product should be very popular in Europe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if you know this or not, but like Brandon and I, before Coach Dana Dimmel was unceremoniously let go from UTEP, we promised him the next time UTEP makes a bowl that we would be out there in orange Speedos. So in his honor, because yes, he passed away last year, in his honor, the next time UTEP makes a bowl game, Brandon the Iceman Cone and myself will be at the bowl game in our orange UTEP Speedos. Tips up.
Well, glad to say we're safe there for a long time.
I was going to say, it could be a while. And who knows, maybe by the time they make another bowl game, it'll
be a saggy tip.
I'll be looking like one of them old dudes at a nude beach. Is that what you're going to say? Just everything flapping in the wind. Very pendulous.
Oh, God.
I love that it took you a bit to get it, but you got there.
Wait. I think this is everybody's expression right now.
Hey, if you're the one imagining that, that's a you problem. That ain't a me problem.
I'm a visual person. Come on.
I mean, I don't blame you. Hey, I am good with it. Okay, so we spoke a little bit about the Oklahoma State Thunder. I think we can say that series, it was done before it started, right? I said yesterday, well, I guess it was Tuesday. I had said, get the Lakers to cover the spread. Lakers lose by 18. Yesterday I said, do not trust the Lakers to cover the spread because it was, again, 15.5 points. Lakers lose by 18. I want to see them lose this series by an average of 18 points a game. Like, if they can do that, that would be, again, just a perfect bit of symmetry from the Oklahoma City Thunder, because again, they're so much more powerful than the Lakers. And let's not forget this. They have so many first-round draft picks over the next couple of years, too. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 8 first-round draft picks in the next 3 years.
I think so.
It is insane to think about the trades that they were able to do and to make this team as good as they are, and the fact that they can just keep this team rebuilding. Obviously, salary cap issues are going to have some players leave, but you got those first-round picks. You're going to be all right.
Yeah, we've got OKC for at least another 15 years.
God, I hope not. That would be the thorn in the side of the San Antonio Spurs. Like, I think of it like this. OKC is so good that they could be kind of like one of those 90s Bulls types teams where they're just constantly the buzzsaw that you run into. And I would hate for that to be the destiny of the Spurs. At least give me one. Just one.
So they all need to retire and go play baseball for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then come back.
I'll find a way to get him a contract with the Chihuahuas. Let's talk to some people. We'll bring him over here. That's higher than Jordan got, right? Jordan only went to AA.
Jordan should even be in 1A or high school 5A.
Jordan that second year in the Arizona League was doing good. That's a different topic for another time, though. I do want to give a little shout out. I'm surprised no one's made a comment on my hat. This is the Alabama White Sauce is the name of this baseball team. They are the alternate identity for the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Just great names coming out of that area there with Alabama. And apparently Timo still loves us. He says we're his favorite gay couple, which is great for us. I'm glad that he loves us. But it's funny that he came back while we were talking about white sauce. I bet his mouth was watering at that one.
No, I think another place was watering, but that's a different show.
Wow. I'm sure it is too. I can just imagine his forearms are getting huge right now watching the two of us. Okay, so let's go to the Eastern Conference right now. Detroit looks like they've got it right again.
Yeah.
So you're done with this series? You think it's over?
Yeah. Detroit's done.
What do you mean done? Like they're beating Cleveland, right?
Oh, yeah. Detroit, the thing is, Detroit is not playing with its food in this series at all.
I do think the wake up call with the Orlando Magic might have got them right.
Yeah, and it's incredible how that ship has rightened and they just look really, really good.
Tommy wants to remind us that the Dallas Mavericks were the last team to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs. Just saying, that was a different Mavericks team that had Luka Doncic.
Different owner.
What was that?
Different owner.
Different ownership, different coaching, different players. Like, yes, it was a couple of years ago, but man, how quick things can change in the city of Dallas. I still love that stat that Luka scored more points in March than Anthony Davis has the entire year and a half that he's been in Dallas. What a bet. Like, my God, dude. We always talk about it. That has to go down as one of the dumbest trades in the history of basketball.
What do you expect with Dallas?
Oh, God. The Mavericks are not the Cowboys. The Mavericks have won a championship in this millennium.
What do you expect with Dallas?
The Stars have won a championship. The Rangers have won a championship.
The Rangers.
All the teams in Dallas have won a championship, except for the Cowboys this millennium. And maybe the Renegades. Is that who they are in the USFL? The Renegades?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So
wow, look at that. Wow.
It just means we're due. We're due. It's time for the Cowboys to get theirs. Tommy's saying same owner. Oh, I guess, yeah, it was. Because that was the first year that the DuPont family bought the I guess it wasn't the DuPont family, but the Adelsons bought the Mavs. Again, every time I see Tommy type that out, Luka, I just think of La Bamba, where Bob's like in the field, Richie. That's just how I picture Luka to be. Tommy, Luka.
No, every time I picture the Mavs now, it's we suck again. That's
man, and like I get it. Kyrie was hurt, and like AD is always hurt, but you've got to blow it up, right? Like just trade those dudes whatever you can get and start the rebuild from the bottom. And I do like I don't know how many people actually pay attention to this, but the Mavs signing Masai Ujiri as their new GM, that's huge, dude. Like he was the one who turned the Raptors around. They wind up winning a championship.
Yep.
Maybe that's what they need is someone like that to go in and help with the team building, because obviously Nico was not it.
I think the name Nico in Dallas is like, hey, Nico. It's like, hey, F word.
Why are you being such a Nico right now?
Yeah, exactly. Damn. Nico off. Yeah, see, it even,
Go Nico yourself.
Go Nick yourself. Yeah, that should be the way Dallas fans express themselves on that smart person.
You're struggling for words right now. Are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, I got the perfect word for Nico.
Uh-oh.
He's trumping it.
Oh, 100%. You said they already traded AD. When did that happen? When did they trade Anthony Davis? I gotta look at it. I don't remember seeing that. Maybe
I don't remember seeing that either.
Part of whenever I was in the abyss of all the work I was doing. Let me see. When was the Anthony Davis trade from the Mavericks? I'm glad Tommy's there to remind us about these things.
To the Washington Wizards.
Wow, that's
February 4th.
ugh. 10-time All-Star Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum to the Washington Wizards. What did they get? They got Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Brahman, Marvin Bagley III, and 2 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. I guess getting the players was all right. Like, those have to be expiring contracts. The first-round picks and the second-round picks should help out with some of the stuff there. I still, again,
How dumb are the Wizards to trade first-round picks for AD?
I was about to say, what the hell are the Wizards doing? Because that's not going to make them good at all. Like, I couldn't even say it without almost throwing up. It's I don't understand that. You're the Wizards. You need all those picks.
Who owns the Wizards?
It's not Jordan anymore.
Exactly. Who are these people making decisions in the NBA? That's a scary thing. That
The
you're
Wizards
trading
are owned by Monumental Sports and Entertainment, founded by Ted Leonesis. Oh, man. So Ted Leonesis was the owner of the Washington Nationals whenever they won their World Series.
Yep.
And I don't know if you remember what happened with that. Like, they won the World Series and then just dumped everybody off. Like, they got rid of Anthony Rendon, which probably was a smart idea because he hasn't done jack shit with the Anaheim Angels. But, like, it was a fire sale of talent that they got rid of. That's what they got rid of. Ivan asking NFL talk or NBA talk today, or are we just doing it all around? We're doing all around. All around. That's what we're doing today. We're all over the league. Whatever you want to talk about, we got you.
And our favorite, sport is the World Cup coming up. So, and Tipton now knows way too much soccer now.
Oh, yeah. No, me. Huge soccer guy right now. Or as I say it, football. I don't understand why Augustine keeps going around calling it soccer like the unsophisticated swine he is. It is football.
Swine? Wait. That was very pigly of you. But anyway.
Well, I was going to say the lowly miscreant, but that felt a little too much.
Yeah, that felt personal. But Tommy's going to hate us because he's the number one, soccer fan. Excuse me, football.
Yes.
And in history of sports.
I mean, I cannot think of anyone that loves football more than Tommy does. He texts me all the time, and he even talks about like non-USL teams. He'll be like, "Man, did you see what the Bravos did yesterday?" I was like, "Of course I did. You know why I did? Because I'm a huge soccer guy."
You have no idea what you're talking about, do you?
I'm just mentioning teams. Cruz Azul, they were awesome the other day whenever they played their matchup. Club America, oh man, it was so good. Liga MX, it's one of my favorite ones.
Okay, you're 50% right because they're in the semifinals and Cruz Azul is in the semifinals, but America isn't. So, hey.
And that's exactly what I was. So, yeah, like the disappointing fact that Club America isn't in the semifinals against Cruz Azul. How amazing would that have been?
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yes.
Sorry.
Exactly. The El Paso Locomotive, they're in action on the 27th here in El Paso in the Brinks Cup. They've got all their stuff going on right now.
Now, is the Locomotive going to pause for the World Cup like all the rest of the leagues?
I believe there is a small pause there for them, yes, because we do have some national players on our team.
Yeah.
But I don't want to make that promise just yet. Even you telling us the Bravos, JK. I mean, hey, it is one of our favorite teams. Same ownership. Great ownership.
The best ever. It's bigly. But one thing is a scary thought about, and this is just sports in general, Tip. Sports tourism has dropped immensely in the United States.
Yeah, but that's for obvious.
Yeah, well, I know that. But the scary part is usually when there's a World Cup in a host city, all the hotels are booked months in advance, years in advance.
I was wrong. The USL Championship League, which is what the Locomotive play in, will not be taking a break.
Oh wow,
That's interesting.
that's well. It's also the way the leagues are built in the U.S., especially the football leagues, because they're still considered, and I'm sorry to say this, filler leagues until American football comes back.
Yeah. I'm glad you made that distinction because, once again, huge football guys over here.
I'm trying to see where, but anyway.
I've got my Locos scarf right over there. I've got another one in here somewhere. Yeah, I got two over there. I got 3 Loco scarves before I became a part of the team. So I mean, we got that.
Hey, you're a C-suite, so you need to be repping more often.
Tommy says he hopes 47 bans soccer with his racist ass. We don't want those people here. But you're right, like that, and that's part of the reason why the economy of sports, especially around the World Cup, has suffered the way that it has suffered, because the World Cup has, even whenever it is in Qatar, right, opened its doors to the world to come out here and enjoy the world's game. I might not be the hugest soccer fan out there, but I do know the biggest sporting event in the world is the World Cup, hands down. But if you don't allow those open doors for people from other countries to come here, you're going to miss out on so much sports revenue from tourism. And I want to see how that impacts some of these other places, because now I know for a fact the games in Mexico and the games in Canada
sold out, and hotels are sold out for 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after.
Exactly.
Completely sold out.
But here you can still get tickets to go to the games at like SoFi. You can go to Kansas City, like all these other areas. And it shouldn't be that way. Like do you mean to tell me that New York and LA can't sell out the same way that Guadalajara and Mexico City can, or like Toronto and Vancouver can? Do you mean to really tell me that right there? Like it's wild to me. Ivan was asking, am I gonna go to some of the games? I have been accepted to go to a couple of the games in Kansas City. I just don't know if it's a smart idea for me to do it with all the responsibilities that I have with my job.
Oh, that's right. You have a real job. That's right.
I do. And I am kind of like, because I made up my mind a couple of years ago. It's been years, Augustine, that I've been telling you I wanted to cover the World Cup. You know that I have been actually making a real effort to try to learn a little bit about soccer, because I wanted to be a part of the biggest event in sports, period.
Here's the thing. You need to go. You need to tell the big boss lady that you've been accepted to go and cover it. She will go with you 100%. And if you don't tell her, I'll tell her.
We're going to have the free Tipton movement. Is that what it's going to be?
No. I can talk to both of them and tell them, hey, this guy has got a press pass to Kansas City to go cover some World Cup games. And 2 Bravos are part of the World Cup team now.
Yes.
So you've gotten the email, right?
1,000% I have.
So that's all I'm saying. If you're going to go and cover, I think she'll be all in. I really think she will be all in.
Well,
I mean,
again,
you've taught your crew how to press the button right.
Yeah, but I still got to be there in case the button gets pressed and nothing happens.
Well, I mean, somebody has to take care of that while you're covering the World Cup.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was the thing I was told.
There are things you can't miss. If you get to cover the Super Bowl, would you go to the Super Bowl?
Yes, but I'm also blessed that the Super Bowl happens in the off season.
That's true. But if you were going to cover the World Series, would you cover the World Series?
Yes, but it would also happen in our off season.
Would you cover WrestleMania if you got press pass to WrestleMania?
Yes.
I hit
But,
home there.
again, like, I wouldn't have been able to do it this year because I did have a pass to go to the NFL draft, and we had games the week of the NFL draft, and I chose my responsibilities here over that. And you know how much I love the NFL draft, but it's just it's the business decision that I've decided to make. Ivan's saying I agree with Augustine. I don't like people agreeing with Augustine. Well, what the hell's going on here? I'm not used to this, but most people are on my side. What the hell happened?
Yeah, they're turning to the pretty side.
That is true. They went from the dark side to the pretty side. I like it.
but I mean, if you were going to cover, let's say you got a press pass to cover the Masters, there are events in the world which you do not want to be a part of.
Yeah.
So
again, like I'll have to see how it goes. We have had a lot of strides in a positive direction with our crew, and that's the thing, right? And maybe I'm pulling the curtain back too much right now, but it's a brand new crew working in a brand new room, and I have a standard that I want to meet, and we're making our steps there, and I don't want us to take steps back if I'm not.
Wait! Don't lie to the audience. You don't have standards. What are you talking about?
I don't. Augustine's seen it. Damn it.
Yeah, you root for the Cowboys and you don't have standards. Come on.
I root for the Cowboys and I'm currently wearing a UTEP shirt. I have clearly shown the world that I have zero standards at all.
Zero standards, exactly.
But I am wearing my Alabama white sauce hat, so I've got that going my way. It's apparently a barbecue sauce.
So everybody listening, should Tipton ask for a meeting with his superiors, which his superiors are, I can count them with, those are the amount of your superiors. Wait. That's the amount. So if you have to go all the way to this one, you can do that.
I know, but again, I don't know, man. I maybe I overthink these things a little too much, but we'll see. We'll see. I still haven't completely ruled it out.
What if the organization goes, all right, Tipton, we'll cover all your expenses?
Oh, then hell yeah, I'm out. That's the thing. But in order for me to get to Kansas City, I have to cover those expenses myself, and I kind of need a job for that. So,
hey, isn't Destiny working?
You're don't you get that VA disability? Don't you get sponsorships? What the hell happened here? I've been saying, let's go Cowboys, baby.
Hey, where's the Bulber when you need it?
That's the thing. You guys go out there and buy more Bulbers. You buy more from www.myhappynuts.com, and your boy can go. It's all up to y'all. If you really want me to go, you've got to go use that promo code Mike Tipton at checkout, and make sure that your nuts are as happy as my nuts.
That was creepy.
I've got, without it, I got to get serious here. I've got, without a shadow of a doubt, the happiest nuts in El Paso.
That seriousness did not last.
It didn't. The second I got through it, it happened. Rather, Tommy's like, no, Tommy's not gonna. So Tommy, we have learned Tommy is anti-male grooming.
But
Tommy loves having the chafe. Tommy loves the duck butter. He's all about that stuff.
Hey, question for everybody. What's an event you will not miss the world for? What's one event? If it's the Super Bowl with your team, I understand that. But let's get out of everybody's comfort zone. And because, for example, in regards to music, there's some music you don't like, but there's music you'll see because that's a historic band, for example. I'm not much of a Coldplay fan, but I went to see Coldplay.
I did that with Elton John whenever Elton John came here.
I mean, it's freaking Elton John.
Yeah. I also got the tickets for free because I was working at the radio station at the time. So that was fun. I need to get back in radio so I can get free tickets to things.
I just called Steve.
I'm sorry I don't use my friends that way.
Hey, by the way, where are my tickets?
The funny thing is like I know I can make those phone calls. It's just I'm weird about that, man. Like I hate asking.
Why?
I don't know. It's weird. Tommy
you
says
don't get-
he would go to the or that he's anti-soccer, so he doesn't want me to go to the World Cup. It's not that he's anti-male grooming; he's anti-soccer.
Tommy, you would not go to a World Cup final game? A World Cup final. These happen every 4 years, and there's only a handful of actual world champions.
The one that I know I'm going to is I've already put in some documentation, and that's how far out you have to put in the documentation. I have been accepted to go do some stuff in LA in 2028 for the Olympics.
The Olympics?
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's one of the things that like, so I do have a few little plans on things that like I would like to do in the future with some of the stuff that I'm doing. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I have lost a little bit of weight. I've been running. I've been trying to like get my cardio up because I want to do like 5Ks, and then by the end of this year I want to be able to knock out a half marathon and then get a marathon. So by the time I'm 45, I can do what's called the World's Marathon, which is running 7 different marathons on 7 different continents in 7 days, and that to me would be awesome. But that's like one of the weird motivators that I have is like those little things like that. Plus it helps me get back into the shape that I was in whenever I was in the military and I ran a ton.
Well, you look like a ton now anyway.
I know. I can roll the marathon.
I'll call you Sonic.
I've been saying I want to go. I've only been to a Locomotives one time at the stadium. You got to go. I tell people all the time, like I'm not a huge soccer guy. I was being facetious. I don't know if people understood that. Like I'm not a huge soccer guy, but I am making my strides in learning the sport. But the one thing that I always loved was like the atmosphere at Southwest University Park with the Locomotive games going on. That fan group is awesome. So it is awesome to get on out there. And then Ivany also going on to say, badass Mike, I believe in you. Hey, look at that. I finally got someone to say they believe in me. Take that, Dad.
Take that, Destiny.
Tommy's saying, no, I wouldn't go even if it was free. I'd rather go to prison. So you would rather go to federal pound me in the ass prison than to watch a soccer game?
Not just any soccer game.
The World
Final.
What if it was like, so I got to figure out like Tommy's allegiances here. If it was like the United States versus Mexico in the World Cup final, I think you'd have to go, dude.
Yeah,
you've got to find a way.
That's never going to happen.
I know it'll never happen, but I'm just trying to say. Maybe. One day. Could it never happen? Like, are they always in the same group? Is that
no? It just football quality wise, it's never going to happen.
Is that just because of how bad the U.S. is? Like, I know Mexico hasn't been great recently either.
No, actually, the U.S. is MSL is on par with Mexico. At least that's my opinion.
Wow, look at you giving love to United States soccer. I love it.
No, hey, they worked. When was the World Cup in the U.S. 2002?
Oh, back in the day? No, it was 1994.
Since 1994, U.S. soccer has made some great, amazing strides into what it is today. Because you see players from MSL, in the big leagues in Europe. So now there's next steps, and I think the U.S. went back a couple steps when they hired Mauricio Pochettino as a national team coach. I said it even before. I was even on XM radio and told guys, bad choice.
Dang, look at that. And Tommy says, yep, he doesn't care. He just doesn't care. Hey, I appreciate that. Same thing with cricket, right? Like, cricket's one of the biggest sports out there. I'm not going to go to the Cricket World Cup final. It's just not going to happen.
It's amazing watching Sri Lanka against India in the World Cup and the Cricket World Cup final.
I feel like you're just saying names now. Like you got no idea.
No, Sri Lanka has an amazing cricket team. So does India.
So does Pakistan. But you don't see me going out here being like, you know who else has an amazing cricket team? The United States. Do not forget that we won a game in the Olympics with a bunch of plumbers.
A match. It's not a game. It's a match.
Okay, my bad. My apologies to the cricket aficionados out there like Augustine who know more about the nomenclature than I do.
Hey, the Philippines has a great team, and we're on Philippines right now, I think.
Yeah, we have been in the past. Yes, we have. All right, everybody. I want to thank you so much for tuning into today's show. It flew by. That's how I didn't know I went over the hour. Augustine, as always, I got nothing but love for you. Everybody will be back on Monday. Fire and Ice on Saturday. Tomorrow at Buffalo Wild Wings. Hopefully, we'll see you all out there. Have a great weekend, y'all.